How many football players have CTE? Statistics show that 91% of NFL players have CTE. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy is caused by repetitive hits to the head. I read some articles about CTE and I want to inform you about what it is. I'll start off by telling you how it can happen to football players, the effects of it, a major issue of CTE, and how to try to prevent it. How does CTE happen and what is it? CTE is a brain disease that gradually develops over time due to repeated hits to the head. You might have heard about it in the news, especially when stories come out about former athletes who struggle with memory problems or mood changes later in their life. CTE is most common in people who've experienced a lot of head impacts. Think football players, boxers, or military veterans. The tricky part is that these hits to the head aren't always obvious. Sometimes they're big, like a concussion, but often they're small bumps that don't seem like a big deal in the moment. Over the years, though, even minor hits can add up, damaging brain cells little by little. Football players are especially at risk, but CTE isn't limited to just one sport or group of people. Anyone who takes a lot of hits to the head, no matter their age or gender, can develop CTE. What effects does CTE have on a person? CTE effects can be severe and life-changing. In the early stages of CTE, people may experience headaches, confusion, and memory loss. As it affects the brain, more people start to experience mood swings, depression, and aggression. In late stages, CTE can cause serious cognitive problems and a major decline. Many former football players who were found to have CTE struggled with these symptoms. These symptoms can affect someone's relationships, way of living, and careers. Former NFL player Aaron Hernandez was diagnosed with stage 3 CTE, which is the worst ever seen. In Aaron's brain, there's a severe degeneration in his brain to areas such as controlling impulses, decision making, and emotions. Aaron committed a first-degree murder, and scientists say CTE was related to that act. These effects show how bad repetitive head injuries can be and how they can affect how someone behaves. How do you know if you have CTE? The answer to that question is you don't know because you cannot be diagnosed while you're alive. Doctors can only confirm the disease by examining brain tissue. This is a major problem because football players can't know if they have CTE or in the early stages of it. Researchers have been working hard to find a way to detect CTE earlier and develop ways to slow the degeneration of the brain. There have been some changes to the rules in the NFL to try to prevent it. How has the NFL tried to prevent CTE from happening? One of the most important ways they have tried to reduce the risk of repeated hits to the head is they started by penalizing players for making dangerous tackles, such as hitting other players' heads or making illegal blindside hits. They have also taught players safer tackling techniques, such as keeping their heads up while making tackles. They've also researched safer head equipment to help prevent head injuries. An example of this is a guardian cap. These caps don't entirely eliminate the risk of concussions and head injuries, but they absorb roughly 10% of head injury. No helmet or equipment can completely get rid of the risk of head injuries. When players get concussions, it is important they follow their protocols. Players have to be careful not to hit their heads again while they are recovering from it. When I got my concussion, I had to do a series of exercises throughout a 7-day period to make sure I was clear to play again. This is because taking a hit to the head when you already have a concussion is very dangerous and greatly increases your chances of CTE. While CTE cannot be completely prevented, following these protocols, rules, and using equipment can help make football safer for athletes and lower the chances of getting it. CTE is a disease that causes degeneration of the brain. It is a disease that can be diagnosed while you are not alive because doctors can't examine brain tissue through the skull. CTE has serious effects, and researchers have tried hard to develop a way to detect it sooner, also lower the chances of getting hit. Head injuries are a serious thing and are not meant to be played through, so if you have one, make sure you get it checked out.